All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome in. You found us once again. Shoot the Gap, the fantasy, rabbit hole fantasy football focus show spanning the generation gap for the 20s, 30s, and 40s. I am your humble MC, Brian the Amigo Baldwin, and it's my honor to introduce, in case you forgot, the author, Connor.
It's not the only thing.
Marshall, how you doing, my brother?
It is one of the things. What's going on?
Well, you're a boxer, right, dude? Right? I see the gloves back there, dude. You're taking up boxing now, dude?
A little bit.
Yeah. All right, man. All right.
It.
Gonna mess up that pretty face, dude. Watch it.
Yeah, I already broke my nose as a kid. I actually have a scar, so I don't have to worry about that.
All right. Yeah. Well, padding, I guess, or just not in the face. And that's my tactic. Not in the face. Yeah. All right, man. So this is our 56th show. It's March 29th in this hopeful year of our Lord. And whenever you see Connor and I, and it starts off like this, it's a champ show. It's a champ show, my brother. There we go. You're 1, 2, 3. We got 3 right here. Yeah. 3 rings. The 3 ring show. Yeah. So, but we got we got a great show for you guys. I really do. Connor wasn't with us last time, so I'm real excited about him being back. So we're going to have his opinion on some of the things that are going to be coming up. And holy mackerel, dude. How about all this news? I mean, how about that, dude? This is great, man. It's March, all this news, dude. I mean, it's fantastic. It's excited. The only thing, that I might be bemoaning is that, well, it's Christmas morning, dude. The big free agents have gone where they're going to go, or stay where they're going to stay, and so it's nothing but draft from this point on.
A lot was decided.
Yeah, man. So, but. Yes. But we'll be talking about that. Yeah. Connor, I'm going to tell you something, dude. I'm going to be honest with you before we thank our supporters of the show. 2 nights ago, not last night, not for last, I got a little frothy. And I was like, man, let me just go and do a mock draft. Let's do a mock draft. Let me just check it out.
2 nights ago?
2 nights ago, yes, just on
I think I got that urge 2 days ago too.
Oh, did you? I don't know if you came to the same conclusion I did, which was after the second round, I was like, I felt the pull. I felt it coming in. I was like, screw that, man. I'm not ready for the crack rock yet. I'm not ready for the crack rock. Not ready, because the ADP, it's all ADP. And I remember that with us, Connor, a couple things. First of all, one of the things that you said that you learned from last year was that you said that you weren't going to do as many mock drafts this year. Because you said you did too many and you overthought everything, which I did too. I did too with the DJ Moore pick. But the thing is, dude, is that that fantasy football calculator is awesome because you're able to do a mock draft thing right now. But the ADP is not the same in Yahoo. You remember that, dude? Whenever like Yahoo finally opened up, we jumped in. We're like, all right, we're ready to go. We've been doing this out of months, and it was completely different. These people that were used to go early were going late, and you're able to change your strategy and stuff like that. So, yeah, I would caution people right now on doing that. Just pay attention, have fun, watch our show, stay informed. But man, these ADPs are going to be changing, dude. So anyway. So how about Connor? Why don't you start us off, brothers? Thank the supporters of the show.
I want to thank Sports Host, the global sports app. If you're watching March Madness, like a lot of us are, go U of H.
Go Cougs.
Then, hey, if you want to support the Cougs, Sports Host is the app to do it on.
There you go, man. How about that, man?
Dude, I can multitask.
Dude, you are on a roll. Why don't you keep going, man? Because you weren't here last week, dude. You need to make up for it, man. Why don't you do the second one?
I want to thank the second sponsor, the Pride of Sunnyside. And Brian, what kind of shows can we find on the Pride of Sunnyside? High volume music radio.
Man, you get shows like the Business Knowledge Broker Show, the Soul Brother Show, What's on Your Mind with Aunt Boogie. Blame it on the Boogie, and of course ours, my brother. Man, if it ain't high volume,
it ain't high enough.
Oh, Boo!
It ain't loud enough.
Wang, 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 wang.
You can tell I haven't.
Sorry about everybody that's listening to us. Everybody's listening to us on the High Volume Music app. Yeah, make sure to download that. You get to hear stuff like that. It's a High Volume Music Radio app. Check out their website, highvolumemusicradio.com. You'll be really happy you did. It's the pride of Sunnyside. Say it with me. Kana, the pride of Sunnyside. All right. Okay, man. So let's let's jump right into it, man.
Jump.
No canoes is good canoes. No canoes is good canoes. If you ain't got any canoes. If you ain't got any canoes. Ha!
Yeah, man. It's time for the good news. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a lot of good news for you, man. A lot of things to talk about too. So here we go, man. You ready? You ready, Con? You ready?
Ready. Are you
ready? Ready? You feel it? You feel it?
I'm ready.
Yeah,
You ready?
all right.
You ready?
You ready? Here we go. All right,
ready,
man. So you know what? I believe that one. I believe that one now. That other one, I believe.
That one,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll start off with something that happened last week, but just kind of blew right past me. It was just I'm embarrassed. I did, but I'm owning up to it, man. That's what I'll do whenever if I miss something, and that it's right here in our backyard, dude. Right in our yeah, exactly, right in our backyard. But Philip Lindsay signed a 1-year, $2.25 million contract.
This was interesting.
With a $500,000 signing bonus with the Texans. So Connor, drum roll. Let's play a little shit stick, sir. Keeping in mind that this is 2021 and not 2017.
This is really interesting. This is really interesting because the Texans said, I want to get every stage of injury-prone running back, and I want that to be my stable. I want Mark Ingram in the twilight of his career, which was a twilight in itself because his career went downwards ever since he left college. Let's be real.
Well, no, the Saints. Come on, dude. We had that Ingram Kamara thing happening. We had that. We had that.
Right.
Year,
whenever he was on that team with that running back better than him, he looked really good.
Point is,
but
dude,
anyway.
Yeah.
Selah. You have Mark Ingram, David Johnson, Philip Lindsay.
That's a twilight career.
And then who was the fourth guy?
No, I think that's where we're at right now, big time.
No, I know we have 4. Do
we? Well, we're going to be talking about
some no name.
Yeah. This is fantasy. Let's just talk about the fantasy relevant guys.
Well, those
so let me ask you, dude. Again, playing a game of shit stick. Keeping in mind that this is 2021 and not 2017, who is the RB to own in Houston? David Johnson, Mark Ingram, or Philip Lindsay? Screw that other guy right now.
Well, it's an interesting situation because they're different. Like Philip Lindsay, from what I've seen, he gets injured later in the season. Like, he'll be good to go, and then he'll sputter out. David Johnson, like, he could get injured, like, right away, but then he could be good to go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's more kind of a wild card. Like, I feel like you're going to get good usage out of Philip Lindsay. The problem is I have no idea what they're going to do at Houston. And, look, the fact that none of these guys in the NFL have earned that bell cow job, speaks to their abilities. Now, one of them might have the bell cow job by August. We don't know. So, like always, you want to stay water. But my point is, I think there's probably better value that you could get for that price somewhere with a less chaotic shit stick environment. I don't think you want to invest in the Texans just yet.
Yeah. I would say that all 3 of these guys are undraftable. Yeah. We need to come up with a little stamp. Undraftable. Bam.
Undraftable.
Yeah, because these are guys that somebody will draft them. All 3 of them. I'm sure we're in Houston, so somebody definitely will. I know Zach probably will.
Yeah, Zach.
Right? Yeah, Zach will draft all 3 of them. Okay, that we know who's going to draft it in our league. I love you, Zach. If you're watching, dude, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you. Seriously, it's always love. But seriously though, whoever drafts them are not going to keep them. All right, because that would be. This is going to be one of these, like, you don't know what's going to be happening. And, dude, last year, if you slept last year on the running back position at the beginning of the year, you missed out on James Robinson. Okay, so that's when you have to go into the season ready to go, dude. There is no after sex afterglow. Dude. Yeah, you feel great after the draft. You're excited with what you got. Maybe even made some deals before the season start, man.
After
But
sex, afterglow.
yeah,
This is once again where the generational gap. Because I like know what that is, but I've never heard it said like that. The best part is it's like I can't share that word with very many people because it's like I say that to one of my friends. They're like, "You're a fucking weirdo. Like, what are you talking?" I say that on a date. She never calls me again. You're the only person I can say that to.
Well,
my parents are your age. I can't say it to them. Mom and Dad, do you guys use the word after sex afterglow?
Well, dude, if they do it right, they should. Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, we don't.
That's not. If anybody that doesn't know the definition of that, I'm sorry to your wife or husband.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right, man.
Let's land.
Yeah. So what I would do with these guys is that I would just go ahead, just chill out, like you said, just wait,
just chill out,
watch what happens. You're right, dude. There's the next news I'll cover will kind of speak to this a little bit, but they're preseason, they're training camp. There might be injuries. Somebody might be doing something stupid because that seems to be a thing nowadays. With NFL players. Or somebody just might come out on top. We don't know what this head coach is going to do. It's a whole new everything. We're about if they can get rid of Watson. I don't know if they can now, but if they can, then we have Tyrod Taylor, so no deep bombs, man, or accurate deep bombs. It's going to be a lot of throws to the running back. So we'll be able to see who's going to be doing it. So we'll see. So yeah, don't draft them, just watch. But news, dude, this is what I was alluding to. That just came out yesterday, which was Sunday, so it's kind of new news. The NFL, dude, is moving to a 17-game season from a 16-game season, which they had since 1978 when they moved from a 14 to a 16-game. Man, they dropped preseason games from 6 to 4. Okay, so now they're going to have 3 preseason games instead of 4. So that might be a good thing, 3 preseason games instead of 4. But what is the let me ask you, dude, when you hear that there's going to be a new game added, fantasy football regarding implications, what's your biggest question regarding that? What's your biggest question?
Well, can I give you my opinions as a football fan first?
No. Answer my question, and then you can, because dude, I'm gonna land this plane, and I'll just dump it right in your lap, brother. You just go after it, all right?
I think it's actually good for fantasy.
Okay. Well, no. But what is your biggest fantasy football implication? Like when you hear an extra week, an extra game being added on, what's your first thing that you think of?
It's like all the things that I assume. Like I guess I feel like everyone should think them, but like for example, players aren't going to get rested in the same because it's 1 week later, right? So that's an extra week that players aren't going to be rested. So if you have McCaffrey, there's a better chance of him not being rested. I'm sorry, that's a bad example. Someone like Kamara, who said that he thinks this is stupid, and I agree with him. But if someone like Kamara, Saints are in the playoffs, right? They don't need Kamara to play. But it's an extra week in, so they're still trying to, You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, but you weren't seeing where I was going. But we're kind of on the same river.
I
was just gonna say, my first question, me personally. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Connor, because you let me know exactly what your first question was, and that's awesome. Thank you. That was good insight. But what I was trying, what I was trying to set up to go on my flow, it didn't go with my flow, but it was still a good point. Was my first question was bye weeks. Oh my gosh, there's another game, so that means there's gonna be more bye weeks. Oh man, bye weeks are such a pain. Now you're gonna have 2 to deal with, and so oh my gosh, fantasy.
You're gonna have 2 bye weeks?
No, that was my first question, but the answer is no. There will not be an extra bye week. Okay, but 17 games over 18 weeks. Okay, so yeah, man. So don't worry about that, okay? But you said you think it's good for fantasy. Explain, sir, please, a little bit. You said that McCaffrey.
If you have a stud that you don't want, you don't want them to get benched, you have this extra week. So like the problem was with the fantasy football schedule where you end championship week is week 16.
Yeah, I feel you.
You see
I
what
feel
I'm
you.
saying?
Yes. There's less chance of them sitting
Because
somebody you need.
it's like,
Yeah, I feel you, dude. I feel you. So yeah, you're right. This is a good thing for fantasy.
but
It's a great thing.
But what you said for fantasy is also true because some teams might have a
No, they're not. They're not.
no
That
team's
might-
gonna have a week 16 bye.
Oh shit! I that. Oh my God! Can dude? There probably will be. Holy mackerel! There probably will be a team. Yeah, I would think, so. Dude. Watch. Look at your schedule.
Well, that
Number one
wouldn't
thing.
happen. That wouldn't happen for our league because the way that our league is adjusted since we went from the 4 to the 6 team playoff, we're probably gonna go into week 17, and we can. So for you commissioners out there, this
dude,
is something to do.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, everybody keep an eye out. Let's just see where the bye weeks end. Hopefully, oh my God, just keep an eye out. You know, where when the schedule comes out, that's gonna be my first thing I'm gonna look is at bye weeks, man. That's gonna be number one. See bye weeks because that's gonna be my number one rule of thumb in this whole drafting approach. Bye weeks. Check that out. Bye weeks. But you're right. Kamara did say he said it was dumb as hell. That's what he said. I didn't quote. Dumb as hell.
I love Kamara.
Do your best Kamara impression saying dumb as hell. Do it now.
Dumb as hell. I know that was really bad.
Moving on. Okay, well, the modern Lizard King, has now signed.
Oh, Sammy Watkins?
Yes, his own career stats death wish. He just signed his own career stats death wish.
He's on
Sammy
the Jets?
Watkins. No, has worse. He signed a 1-year, $6 million deal with the Ravens. Okay. What impact do you think that does on Hollywood Brown? And also, Connor, talk about how does that affect Mr. Hardman from the Chiefs?
Well, for the Chiefs, it's like, is he gonna step up?
He was on the verge. He was on the verge last year.
Will he step up? Will he run fast enough? Will he get injured?
Well, this will be his third year, right?
It's his third year. This is
Okay.
the year where the balls drop. Are they going to drop in his hands or are they going to drop on the ground?
Oh my God! How about that?
And
that's not the balls I was thinking about. Okay.
I think that Sammy Watkins is a good possession receiver. I mean,
Okay.
that's gonna be interesting, man. It's
Yeah.
I didn't know he was signed there, so that must have happened. What, like today?
Last week, man. Yeah, it was midweek. Yeah,
Shows
man.
you
But that's
how
what I'm here
much-
for, dude.
Well, see, I follow the memes, and I still didn't see the memes stop about them not giving Lamar Jackson weapons. So what that means is that the internet does not consider Sammy Watkins a weapon, my friend, which is
Well, it's
somewhat
just-
accurate.
Yeah, it's just that based on last year, it was difficult to have a wide receiver on the Ravens, no matter who it was. Hollywood Brown was droppable there for a while, dude. So it's just
Well, look,
It's-
these are the three things.
yeah. Go ahead for it.
Because Mark Ingram was a reliable receiving option, I will say that, for Lamar Jackson, who liked to throw to the running back. So this is how because I understand the Ravens offense very well, because I rode them to the 2019 championship.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ravens consist of Lamar Jackson, dual threat quarterback, Mark Andrews, dual threat tight end, can block, can run, can go over the middle, can go down long. You have Marquise Brown, who's Antonio Brown's cousin, say less. Okay, so you have these weapons. So you have your tight end, and they usually have another tight end who's
Okay.
good. His name is eluding me, but you know what I'm talking about. It's
For
the-
who?
For the Ravens, because they usually
Oh.
run two tight end sets.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
They
got you. Go
Marquise
ahead.
Brown, and now they have either the Dominator or Gus the Bus.
Yeah, he ended as the Dominator, but for a moment there he was Dobby.
Or
Dobby. W.
but he ended the job there. Or
Yes, he did.
or
Yes, he did.
Justice Hill, right? Because they still have
Mhm.
him. But it's my point is now you have Sammy Watkins and they got rid of Willie Snead. So Willie Snead was good for what they wanted to do at the time, which was run short routes and block. But it appears that they want something better. I mean, Sammy Watkins, he's what, 6'2"? He's
a lizard.
he's a big guy. He's a big
Mhm.
he's a big lizard, and you know he just I think he brings something to the team. He gives Lamar, Mark Andrews, and Marquise, if he can stay healthy and he can actually be in condition to play, you know, I think he gives them an edge.
Is he the number one?
What? No, he's not the number one.
Okay.
His what he brings to the table is he makes Marquise and Mark Andrews more valuable because they don't get double teamed every game because they can't because Sammy Watkins is there.
So fantasy wise, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3.
This is a situation where you still don't want to invest in him.
Is he draftable?
Like
15th round. He's sitting there.
To me, he's a wide receiver 4.
You have Deshaun Jackson. You have a choice of Deshaun Jackson or Sammy Watkins. Who do you choose?
I'm drafting Deshaun Jackson.
Okay.
Warts and all.
Oh, okay. Well, Woods and all. Yeah. Woods and Cup and all. That's what you should just be saying. Yeah, because those are the monsters. And dude, and I think, man, I think it's gonna be a Higbeast out there in LA, dude.
Now
I mean,
that Everett's gone.
Well, no, now that Everett's gone and Stafford's in. Okay, I mean, Hawkinson was a beast, dude. I mean, so Stafford loves his tight end. And when I did that mock draft, dude, that guy was like, I think he was undrafted. On ADP, that guy Higbee is that low. Firkser's undrafted. And so see what I'm talking about, man? That's not going to be.
You know who I want on the Rams?
The running back, there, right? Akers, yes, Cam Akers, yeah.
My boy.
Yeah.
Almost rode him to a 2020 championship.
Yeah, with Malcolm Brown gone. Yeah, you're right, dude. Yeah, and he was the man towards the end.
He was.
Oh, yeah. You bet. Okay, if you had Akers or Kareem Hunt, who do you choose?
Akers.
Oh, nice. Okay, all right. Loving it. You mentioned this name. Say Willie Snead 2 more times.
Willie Snead.
All right, Willie.
Isn't
the
it
Ravens
the
have signed. I don't know, but you said his name 3 times, and here he has appeared. The Raiders have signed Willie Snead to a 1-year contract.
Yeah, they wanted to upgrade from Tyrell Williams.
So what do you think about that, dude? What's the fantasy impact there? What are they trying to do with that guy? What does that signal to you?
Can I be blunt?
Please.
Okay, imagine that this is like one of those commercials where I'm like a guy giving you stock advice, and I'm telling you like to not invest in something. In fact, I'm saying to pull all your things out. I'm like, take the money out of the bank. Like, picture that, but with the Raiders.
You watch a lot of late night TV, don't you, dude?
No.
A lot of infomercials, dude. That's an infomercial statement and approach. Dude, that's infomercial.
I'm good at the impressions, so
it's
take the money out of the Raiders.
Oh.
The Raiders are no more. The Raiders are horse. They have no offensive line. So how the fuck are they going to win?
Hang on now. So you're saying no Raider. No Raider.
I am off of Josh Jacobs. I am off of the Waller. I am
Whoa!
This is why. Okay,
hit me, dude. Go ahead. Hit me. I want to hear this.
ADP isn't going to adjust enough. It's... You get what I'm saying? Like their price isn't going to go down to what it is. So you're paying like Josh Jacobs isn't a second, like he's got a really bad off. His line isn't as good as it used to be. He had a strong line. Say what you will about how talented he is. He gets banged up every now and then. He's going to get more banged up now that he's got an offensive line. So you got a running back that doesn't care about fantasy football that's getting banged up. That's not a good formula for if you're drafting him, he's at least your RB2, and you're going, Thunderflex. Probably he could be your RB1. So then you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, no, okay. I know. I'm right there with you on Jacobs. Yeah. I'm right there on Jacobs. Do you just Waller now?
Now Waller's going to be like a fourth fit. Now Waller.
Did they have a good line last season?
Waller actually.
Yeah, answer my question.
They did. But let me clarify my statement. I take back what I said on Waller. You can still go on Waller because he's a safety valve. This actually could make him more valuable, if anything. So go in on the Waller, baby. I'm glad I had that revelation.
There you go. Yeah, because I'm right there with you, dude. I would not draft anybody on the Raiders except for
Waller.
Yeah, because you're right about Josh Jacobs. Where his ADP is going to be, it's not going to be worth. You're going to be upset, but of course, Connor, you're a little you're a little butthurt on Jacobs. He did you wrong last season.
He did do me wrong. I'm kind of butthurt.
Yeah. Oh, and that was the one that you actually took one for me. I mean, this is I don't know if I would have this if you would have drafted him because I really wanted Jacobs. So yeah. All right, man. So here we go. Let's go into some information. Do that. I'm curious to get your opinion on this and see if there's a fantasy implication because it's off season. News like this comes out. Let's talk about it. Let's just see what we think here. The Saints quarterback Marshawn Lattimore has been arrested and charged with receiving stolen property, which is a fourth degree felony. But what it was is he had a stolen loaded handgun on him. And that's the receiving stolen property. Okay. With the way just everything is, he's going to get, I think, in my opinion, he's going to get some sort of suspension from the NFL, probably in the beginning of the season. So, so when you're drafting a defense, the way that I'm looking at this, dude, is that, when you draft a defense, you look, don't look for them, okay? Because I remember the games whenever Lattimore was out. The defense wasn't as good as they were whenever he was in, and also I remember the wide receivers did pretty well whenever he was out. So make sure that when you're drafting, like Carolina, look at Carolina, look at Tampa Bay, look at Atlanta. These are teams that are in their division that could get a bump if there is an actual suspension. So, what's your thought? Do you agree, my brother, or do you have another take?
No, I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Okay. So just keep an eye out on the schedule for bye weeks, and also look to see if New Orleans schedule and see who's playing against New Orleans in the first month, and you might actually get some a good shot out of the gate. If you grab one of those rock star wide receivers too, like Godwin. Godwin would probably do really well. DJ, I don't know about dude. Who's the guy in Carolina? Would it be Robbie Anderson? Would it be Anderson? Is that the guy to have now that Curtis Samuel's at there? DJ Moore. Tell me, dude. Tell me. I know this is off the cuff here, Connor. Who's the wide receiver to draft in Carolina?
Well, I feel like it's Robbie because I feel like he's going to be cheaper than DJ.
Yeah, and he was kind of a pain in the ass in DJ Moore. And there was kind of like one or the other, and then when Samuels came in, he kind of messed up the whole show. So yeah.
Well, it was just kind of a story of like Robbie wasn't supposed to do good, and then he would go out and do good, and DJ was supposed to do good, but then he would do good like every now and then, but a lot of times he wouldn't do good too.
But man, those times he did good. Wow, did he ever? So Connor, this is something that was in the rumor section last time, but now it's actually happened. So now it's in the good news. Matt Breida has signed a 1-year contract with the Buffalo Bills. So Connor, let's play some shit stick, sir. The Bills have one of the best O-lines in football. Who is the RB to own in Buffalo? Is it Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, or Matt Breida?
Ooh, gosh. Now, do I have to draft them, or do I just get one of them?
Wait, it's the one that you'd want to like. Okay, these guys, you're probably.
I don't want to draft I don't want to draft Singletary. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to draft.
Okay,
Singletary.
yeah, there you go. Talk about that way. Yes, exactly right. Go for it.
I know I said I don't normally want to do mocks, but like, I would kind of want to see the difference in price between Moss and Breida, because if it's the thing like Moss is like a ninth round pick, and Breida's undrafted. Oh well, shit. I'm gonna roll the dice on Breida. You know, because the answer for running back that I wanted wasn't even there, which was Josh Allen. That's the running back in Buffalo that I want.
Hey, hey-oh. Hey-oh.
So, you know, it's like once again, there's just better. You know, the Bills, they were interesting because they had a great offense. And they had a great passing offense, and they had a good rushing offense, but a lot of that was because of Josh Allen. There wasn't actually a single running back that was consistent enough for fantasy to be from my liking.
Okay. Yeah, I remember how excited we were about Singletary last season. Like this time last year, we were getting really excited about it because the O-line for Buffalo is really, really good. I mean, it really is, but Connor, you make a really good point. It might be the same situation, that same approach as the Texans. Hands off, and let's just see what shakes out. I mean, unless that one actually might shake itself out in training camp. That one actually might. The Johnson, Ingram, Lindsey thing. I don't know, dude. But the other that one actually might. So just keep an eye out for any news coming out of there. But I do want to go ahead and mention one thing that you said, though, Connor, that whenever the news first came out, we have a group text of the Shoot the Gap we did. And so I texted that information when I saw it. And Connor, he simply asked, is Matt Breida better than the other two? That's what you said.
That is.
So I ask you right now, is Matt Breida better than the other two? I asked the same question, your question over to you. Come on, Punisher.
Yeah, I would say he has his potential. I've seen the flashes that I've seen out of him are better than anything that I've seen out of either Moss or Singletary.
There was a moment last year in the Dolphins whenever Breida seemed like he was something. Right? Or was that only at the draft? When the season started, it was like, yeah, I stepped in some Breida. Let me get that off my shoe.
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, it does make me wonder how much he was a product of Shanahan's system. Because it is worth noting that pretty much, I mean, even Tevin Coleman seems good sometimes in Shanahan's system. But Breida did have that speed. That was his thing. Is he had that breakaway speed whenever he got that hole, and the Bills might be that team that can give him that hole because they have Diggs, and didn't they? Who else did they sign? The Bills signed a wideout.
Oh, it was the replacement for John Brown. I just had that notes last week. No. It was one hang on. Keep talking. Talk amongst yourself.
Is it Tyrell
keep going.
Williams?
Nah, man, I don't think it's something like that, dude. Come on, man. Have a little bit more faith than Tyrell Williams. Yeah. No, it was somebody that I mean, because that's my.
Brandon
my dude.
Powell.
Brandon Powell. Keep going. Keep going. I'll tell you if you got it right.
Yeah. I think that unless it's Isaiah McKenzie. Oh, yeah. That's definitely it. It was Powell. Or no, Emmanuel Sanders. There it is.
There you go.
Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah, they got Emmanuel Sanders. They got Diggs. They got the tight end. So they have a lot of vertical threats. So they have a very good situation. The Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bills are all very interesting offenses for fantasy because they all kind of do the same thing. The Bills, I want to say, are like in between the Chiefs and the Ravens, because the Ravens are the ones that like they're more the run, and then the Chiefs are the one that's like the pass, and the Bills are like in between, right?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
Josh
with Diggs in
Allen,
there.
well, because think about it, Josh Allen, he can't really run as good as Lamar Jackson, and he can't really throw as good as Patrick Mahomes, but he's bigger than either of them, and he can truck guys in the end zone, which is something that neither of the other guys can do. And he has a very strong arm. He can make very awkward, bad decision throws across his body and complete them. So he has his talent, yeah, and he has a good offense that's built around him.
Nice. So do me a favor, Connor. Say Tevin Coleman's name 2 more times.
Tevin Coleman.
You said him 3 times. Here he appeared. The Jets are finalizing a deal with running back Tevin Coleman. He lands back with his head coach Robert Salah and a similar offensive scheme. So, considering this is the only New York Jets running back that most people have ever heard of, is he draft worthy?
I'm gonna get out, and I'm gonna say this, and I have the right to change my stance on this later if the Jets get good, and then I want to jump on them. But at this point,
I will change if my point does not make sense anymore.
Right. The guy's name is Selah, so anytime anything Jets comes up, I'm just saying Selah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because that's how bad it sounds at this point. I mean.
Yeah, it does, dude.
Tevin Coleman on the Jets.
Yeah, Tevin Coleman hasn't really been anything. Yeah, even in the Shanahan system, yeah, he still only did, So figure that since you said his name, here he is. He appeared. So no, he's not draft worthy. Stay away. Yeah, or at least just keep an eye out, or maybe if you want to take a flyer down the lower rounds, 13, 14, if you already got your kicker and defense figured out by then, So you might want to think about that. All right, man. So the Bucs, man, they're keeping the band back together, man. They're keeping them together. Yeah, they're returning all 22 starters, man. So the last team to return all Super Bowl starters was this 1977 Raiders, who ended up reaching the AFC title game. So, they're bringing back Sue, Godwin, Gronk, Fournette, So, Connor, let's play some shit sticks, sir.
Ooh.
Who is the RB to own in Tampa Bay? Fournette, Keyshawn Vaughn, or Ronald Jones? Second.
Probably, this is what gets me. My gut says Ronald Jones, and then the second the gut goes all the way up to my head's like, oh well, no, fuck this guy. This guy's wrong. So it's like there's this there's this what's the word? Cognitive dissonance inside myself about this answer. It's between Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette.
Oh man, not even Vaughn. Keyshawn's Vaughn, not even a consideration. Okay. Well, dude,
I laugh at Keyshawn Vaughn.
The guy had no preseason last year, okay, and he was actually going to be deemed the starter at the beginning of the season until I believe that he got COVID. Yeah, or he got injured and then he got COVID. He had a terrible year last year. So Keyshawn Vaughn might be that flyer that you want to take a shot on, on your last pick of the draft.
Okay, so. I want to butt in, and so we are once again going into the conspiracy rabbit hole where I talk about how Tom Brady's a warlock, and the thing that you have to understand is that I follow Leonard Fournette's Instagram, and Leonard Fournette is always hanging out taking pictures with Tom Brady. A lot more so than I see Ronald Jones or Keyshawn Martin doing. And that alone is why, Leonard Fournette's kind of there. So
he's working the angle.
The angle.
Now, okay, for anybody that don't know the definition, because I kind of didn't know it. Okay, seriously. But that's politicking. Okay, that is politicking. Get a picture with him everywhere he goes. He's just, every time you see him, he's cheesing out. Every time you see Tom Brady in the corner, he's cheesing in the corner. So That's politicking, sir. Yeah, but it's good to politic with a warlock, I guess, for NFL. I don't know, but ask Julian Edelman; he'll test. Yeah, yeah. All right, man. So moving on, the Colts have re-signed T.Y. Hilton to a 1-year, $10 million deal. When I reported, or we reported, the Colts trade for Wentz, I happily stated, and that's exactly what I would say. Happily, I happily stated. People don't say that enough. Happily stated that a sneaky wide receiver to grab in the mid to late rounds would be Michael Pittman Jr. And I think everybody was like, yeah, it was agreement. Well, with this news, does that thought keep or does it change? And Hilton is the one to own with Wentz behind a great O-line. What are you thinking, sir?
Well, Hilton is hurting a lot these days, and the question is, does he have what it takes to make it another season in the NFL? I personally think he's been through hell, and he should just quit. But he wants to play one more season. He said, I mean, he was offered.
Just won't.
No, listen to me. He was offered more money worth in signing to play for the Ravens than what he was offered for the Colts, and he turned down the Ravens just so he could go back to the Colts. So obviously he likes the team. For what it's worth, that would make it seem like he either wants to ball hard or at least teach Michael Pittman Jr. and the other wide receivers at Indianapolis how it's done.
Well, as far as staying, I can tell you exactly what it is, dude. You mentioned it whenever you first started your statement, which is he's older. He's older, right? He just won't die, will he? No, he won't, right? So, me being the old salt of the generation gap, dude, I don't want to play in cold weather. I don't want it's not worth all that money. You can give me $1 million. I'd rather play in a temperature dome where I'm comfortable and everybody adores me than go play in some cold weather place in BF Baltimore. I mean, come on, man. No, dude, no. That's exactly what he's like. He's like, his knees. It wasn't T.Y. that said that his knees was the one that spoke over him. Like, no, no, you're not doing it. Like, he got it to size, and he's like, no. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Ankles was like, brother, you don't want to know my opinion, So, so I think that's what happened right there, man. But I'm still thinking it's either going to be Pittman or Doyle is going to be the ones that the receiver to own in Indy. I mean, I'm kind of happy, but they re-signed Mo Alley, so. We'll see what happens. It might still be the same, but I think Ebron's leaving. Did you say that right? Ebron was only there for a year. Is that right?
Yeah, he's on the Steelers now, bud.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go on that then. Yeah, he did leave. Oh, hello.
Yeah, remember last year was the whole thing.
Hello. So I'll tell you one person that did leave. The Bears. They have signed ex-Kansas Chief running back Damian Williams to a 1-year deal. So remember, he opted out last year, poorly to take care of his mother. So Connor, let's play a game of shit sticks, sir. Keeping in mind that Mr. BU, Matt Nagy, is still the head coach in the Windy City. Who is the RB to own Chicago? David Montgomery, Tariq Cohen, or Damian Williams?
Oh, God. Okay, imagine a version of the guy telling you to divest from the stockbroker thing. And now imagine that he got food poisoning right when he had to tell you the news. That's what I feel like right now.
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't.
Awesome! I was able to. Yeah, this is.
Now you get.
Yeah,
now you get.
Cause you're all about David Montgomery, dude.
Well, I was. I'm just mad that the
nice.
season he did really good, and I had him. I didn't win. But you know what, David Montgomery? You live on in all of my rings, future and present and past. Fuck the Bears.
How did that happen?
Wait for David Williams to get injured and then see if you can make a move on David Montgomery, or maybe this brings his value down and you do what I did last year, you stash him because I stashed him and I held.
Yeah, you never let go of that guy. Both you and Ethan, Doc, man, both you guys, y'all held, man. I mean,
It's as
I moved,
investment. You
I moved a
hold.
lot.
You
I moved a
hold on
lot.
to the gold.
Yeah, I should have held on to Swift. That was the mistake that I made. But so,
Yes.
are any of those guys draftable, Connor?
David Montgomery is.
Okay, all right, okay. So you, oh man, that just kind of mucked up everything, right? It just.
Yeah, but the important thing is that what's his name is on the Chiefs. I'm joking. Le'Veon Bell is on the Chiefs. That's the important thing. I'm
Oh,
joking.
is he still? I thought it was a 1 year deal. Did he resign there?
I don't know.
Yeah, you haven't read any news about it.
Well, there must be
But
someone there besides. There's no way they're just trusting Eclair by himself.
no. Yeah, dude, no.
That's why his nickname's
Yeah,
Eclair. It's cute, but it's just an Eclair. And it can
just
only
just
go
little
so far.
Eclair.
It's just a little Eclair.
Oh man, yeah. This is where we miss what's his name, Doc, 'cause he was always good with stuff like this. Yeah. Um, so the running backs. I mean, yeah, yeah, dude. I think right now, I think it's just it really is just the Bell. I think it's just Bell. I'm going looking at their depth chart really quick and see what I can find out because now you got me thinking. You got me wondering if what's going on over there in Chiefs land because we were all worried about that. That was the reason why we were concerned about Kansas City is that we were worried about Damian Williams coming back, and it's here we go. It's Darrell Williams, Darwin Thompson. Yeah. Yeah, so no Bell, Darrell Williams and Darwin Thompson. Yeah, Darrell Williams did pretty well last year. Now that we're talking about. Would you agree, sir?
Yeah, he did, surprisingly, now that I think about it.
Yeah. So I think that would be the one that you would be concerned about. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So moving on, Kyle Rudolph. He signed with New York's Giants, man. With the Giants signing Kenny G, the return of Barkley, and the statement from the head coach that they want to keep featuring Ingram. Where does this place Rudolph on the fantasy radar, and how does it affect Ingram? Does it change anything for Dan Jones big time? Oh, I do need to mention one thing though, that there was a rumor about Rudolph's medicals could change the deal, but just throwing that out there. That's why the details of the deal haven't been released just yet.
I don't really know. The Giants, it's such a weird. I don't know how I feel right now. And I still want to see them because I don't know what they are as a team. Like, are they going to run 4 wide receiver sets and just have Danny Dimes sling it? Are they going to still facilitate to Saquon Barkley? Like, I have a lot of unanswered questions, right?
We all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I always. One of the first teams that I grew up rooting for was the Giants when they beat the Patriots in that one Super Bowl with that catch. And so I've always
The helmet catch.
yeah, so they've always kind of been on my radar. Like the reasons why
All right.
teams are on my radar is generally because I've watched them play in a Super Bowl, so I kind of understand like what they go for. Because if you notice, franchises they generally have a formula for winning that they stick with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Ravens have kind of always been about defense and running the ball, right? Same thing with the Steelers. You know, the Colts like to throw it more.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
the Eagles like to throw it.
Okay.
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 So anyway, office.
So
yeah,
answer my
Office
question.
Space.
So what is that?
I'm gonna set the place on
dude,
fire.
that's South Park. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, okay, you didn't talk about Ingram, okay, or Rudolph. Okay.
My point is that Kenny Golladay, okay, is still there. So it's like, you know, I've never been an Ingram fan because he's injury prone. So I really don't. I mean, maybe I lose out on some points because I don't want to be in on Kyle Rudolph, but it's like there's still Sterling Shepard, there's still Darius Slayton, There's
Mhm.
Kenny
Well,
Galladay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Kenny Galladay is going to be the guy that's going to take most of the targets.
Yeah, but what I'm
Yeah, you're
saying
right
is
about
those other guys aren't bad though. So now those guys get way softer coverage because Kenny Galladay might be getting double teamed.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. But so you're saying that that Ingram wasn't on the radar at all, and so because Ingram wasn't even on the radar, much less is Kyle Rudolph on your radar. So both those guys, even though at a very thin position, which tight end is, undraftable, right? Not even somebody you would take a stab at, 15th round.
Yeah, no, I'm not
All right.
really.
Okay, all right, good enough. All right, so we come to the part of the news where we discuss trades, or should we say it's the Schrodinger trades? Okay, since we don't know if they're good or not, until the draft, so we can assume that they're all good, or we can assume that they're all bad. Who knows? But I want to get your opinion. See what these things signal. Okay, that's what we want to talk about fantasy wise. We'll find out about what happens with these picks, but just I want to get your opinion, Connor, about it was a couple of trades that were made. And I want to get your opinion on what it signals on either teams. All right. So the Dolphins, they traded the number 3 overall pick to the San Francisco 49ers for the number 12 pick and a 2021 third round pick and first round picks in the 2022 and 2023. Okay. So what is this deal? Is this signaling that they're happy with Tua? Because they're, are they looking at a running back? The 49ers did come out. I know what you're thinking. That's a number 3 overall pick goes to the 49ers. Jimmy G's been hurt. He's more good looking than he is good at football. So but the 49ers did come out and they said that they are not interested in trading Jimmy G, that they're sticking with him. He's their guy. So what does all this mean? Dolphins moving back to 12 and then the 49ers moving up to 3.
If the Miami Dolphins very well might be just a very good franchise making good moves, we shall see. Definitely, the Niners don't seem to know what they're doing.
Okay, so you're saying that, like in that range, you can get yourself a really knockout defensive player, like a linebacker or a DN that would be just incredible. Look what happened with Washington. Whenever they drafted, that changes the whole makeup. And they already have like a pretty stout defense. Maybe they were going to beat that up. Maybe they can get a good O lineman, running back. Is there a running back that is worth a number 3 pick? I don't know.
For the Dolphins?
No.
Oh,
for the Niners, yes, sir. Yeah. So, because they have Mostert, so I think Mostert's the man. I think right out there.
I think if you're the Niners, I think you double down on defense.
Yeah, you just make kind of. That's what the Texans did, and it got them to the championship game, I think.
Well, yeah, because if I'm the Niners, I look and I say, what happened? My defense got injured. So I'm gonna spend. Yeah, my offense is injury prone too, but that's okay because I still survived. When my offense was injured. So I'm gonna double down on my defense, and I'm gonna spend all my draft picks on defense, like Bill Belichick. And I'm gonna, that's what's gonna get me there. I don't know if the Niners are gonna do that though.
You might be right. With Kittle, coming back, he's going to be a monster next year.
Now you have Ayukin and and you still have Deebo Samuel. And
Mostert.
Yeah, Mostert.
Yeah, so you're right. I think you're right. I think that's going to be a defensive move for the 49ers. So that might be a defense that you might want to target whenever you're creating your draft strategy. San Francisco, but the ADP will probably be too high. It was really I don't know. The person you remember last year, people drafted 49ers pretty high, and they dropped him. After the first few weeks, so they might be a little sour. People might be sour on the 49ers. We'll see, especially if they don't watch the show and know that this is happening. Okay, so okay, So you're saying that the Dolphins did though they did something that was really smart because they went back to the 12th pick, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, or yeah, okay. So okay, so now the Eagles, moving on. The Eagles have traded the number 6 and the number 156th pick to the Dolphins for the number 12th pick and number 123 and a first rounder in 2022. So they went ahead and essentially moved from number 3 to number 6. Okay, so and they gave up one of the first rounders that they got in the deal for that move. So, what's your thoughts, dude? I mean, what are the
They
Eagles
gave
doing, or
away
what are the Dolphins doing?
the
What are the Eagles
Dolphins
doing?
gave away 2 draft picks for the price of 1. That's what it sounds like. But they're moving up from 12th to 6th, or they're moving
Yeah.
down. Okay.
No, yeah. They went from 12 to they went from 3 to 12 and 12 to 6. This is like that movie Draft Day.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and they spent 2 first rounds on this one. So that means that they probably really want. What do you think they want? Do you think they want another? The Dolphins want a defensive player at 6, or they probably want a lineman.
Yeah, that's
They
what I was going to
probably want a
say. I
lineman.
mean, because I thought that, that the Eagles having number 6, that they would use that to fix their atrocious offensive line. Okay, but I mean, what do I know? I mean, who am I? But those guys are millionaires making $1 million decisions, so they seem to know something, I guess. But I mean, like Jesus said, man, that fruit is bad. That's a bad tree. But whatever, man. But the Dolphins might actually be beefing up their O line instead of going after a rumored running back. So number 12 sound like a running back spot, and because there was a lot of talk about them drafting another running back, and that made me nervous because I'm looking forward to getting Myles Gaskin. I really liked having Myles Gaskin. I stashed him, and whenever he came back out, it was great to have that. So yeah, man, I think that you're right. Dolphins going to beef up the O line. I don't know what the Eagles are doing, dude. Do you know? I mean, what do you think?
I don't think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think?
I think they're smoking crack. I think they're smoking crack in Philadelphia.
Oh my gosh, dude. Eagles smoking crack, dude. All right. So that was the good news. All right, that was good news, and we only have just a couple more rumors, and
Give
then
me
we'll go
the
in there.
bad news.
No. Hey, that's funny. That was terrible. Yeah, that was terrible.
Even
But,
people your age thought that was a dad joke.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, you're beginning. It's starting to happen. It might be happening like early in you. Yes, you might be an early bloomer, dude. It might be coming at you soon, brother. So watch it.
I do already have the rings.
Hey, so since we're based out of Houston, dude, we have to do the obligatory update on the Pro Bowl pervert. Deshaun Watson, dude, now has 4 more lawsuits against him, bringing the total to 20 lawsuits, and no evidence, though, has been turned over to the Houston Police Department for a criminal investigation. Last week, we reported that the Panthers were still all in on trading for Watson, but a couple of days ago, reports are being leaked that any trading partner now has serious questions about Watson's availability next year. So I'll ask you, Connor, because I haven't been able to ask you this, sir. So I'll ask you now. Do the Texans wait too long to trade or to start on Watson? Are they holding too long? Do they hold on to him too long? Should they have traded him earlier, or is the package now getting smaller and smaller and smaller?
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah, it's definitely getting smaller. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's been a lot of speculation. Did the Texans do this on purpose? I mean, the Texans are a weird organization. It's like they don't use talent correctly. The higher ups seem to get stuck in dick measuring contests. And
another fun on the situation.
It seems like it cost them, what would have been a lot of value for Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm. McCaffrey was on the table. It seemed like at one point, Yeah, yeah. McCaffrey and Bridgewater was something I heard, and that was from Peter King. And I like Peter King. I think he's,
And
he
Robbie
said some.
Anderson.
Yes, yeah. That was something that was speculated too. But there's no way they're going to do that because, dude, a suspension's coming. No matter what's going to happen in this climate, dude, you can't have accusations like that against you and have it to where. Like, this is one thing that I read that I thought was a very good point, which is it'd be easy to say, like, if all this stuff that happened, he did not rent X space where they said that it happened. He did not set X appointment where they said that it happened. He did not go to this particular thing, So it's leaving reasonable doubt. So it's just a bad thing. So the whole situation's terrible. I really don't want to talk about that situation. It's awful. I'm just really curious on your opinion if the Texans – just like how they seem to be screwing everything up, that if they screwed up trading a Pro Bowl quarterback in his prime.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's what I wanted to know. All right. Something more fun. Let's end this thing on a fun note here. Yeah, well, not really that fun, but, funner than that mess. The Browns are reportedly obsessed with Jadeveon Clowney. This is a guy who's coming off a surgically repaired torn meniscus, but is considered a disruptor of quarterbacks and stopping the run. Assuming he's healthy and the money's right, Connor, would this be good, bad, or indifferent signing?
I like it.
Okay.
I'm in.
Yeah. Talk to me, dude. How would that? What would you think of the Browns' defense? Would they be a top 5 defense that you would consider drafting if they got Clowney?
Well, what appeals to me about this is now when Big Ben jerks off too much and inevitably gets injured because his elbow doesn't work anymore, and Mason Rudolph is in at quarterback. I can't wait. Now when the Browns play the Steelers, not one but 2 guys are going to be hitting Mason Rudolph with helmets.
All right, guys, and on that we're gonna go.
I think the Browns defense is gonna be even better. I do think that your defense should get at least 7 points anytime that a player on your defense hits the other quarterback with a helmet. That's more than a sack.
Oh, jeez.
That deserves more than 1 point.
Okay, without that mess. Okay, especially with what was said, that's just
I don't
awful.
like Mason Rudolph, so that's
just the whole situation is awful. What was said was awful. What happened was awful. It was awful.
And I don't think that Mason Rudolph can come back from it.
Who cares, man? If he actually said that deplorable word, he out.
And the brain damage.
Out. Get out of here. Out. Yeah. So no, just that nobody should be saying that in 2021. Just nobody should. It's just stupid. Ignorant, very ignorant. That's what that is. Okay, I think you hit me in the spot, dude. You hit me in the spot when you talked about that. You hit me there. You hit me here. But so you're saying that if you had if you had the Browns defense because you think that Clowney would be a disruptor of quarterbacks, correct, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if he was playing if the Browns were playing against New Orleans Saints, who would fear Jadeveon Clowney the most?
Voldemort.
Okay, dude. So I had to land this thing on something good, dude. I had to land on something good. All right, man. So, yeah, let's go ahead and land this plane, man. So, if you stayed with us, thank you so much. And, of course, if you enjoyed watching 2 generational beefheads just bantering about, what should they do, Connor?
Like and subscribe.
Awesome. And also, man, I said at the top, Connor's an author. Connor, talk about your book a little bit, man. What's the name of it again?
Yeah, it's called You Know Too Much. It's about Alvin Jackson, a former football player. He played for Penn State. He played for the Jets, and he tried out for the Oilers. He met Oliver Luck. Read all about it. Link in the bio.
He's Olympian too, right?
Oh, yeah, he's Olympian. He placed 3rd in the 76 trials.
Wow. And where's that available?
Kindle bookstore on Amazon.
Ooh, Amazon. Nice. All right. Yeah, make sure to pick up your copy. I did, and I'm happy that I did. And also, of course, want to go ahead and thank our sponsors. Sports Host, dude. Hanging in there, brother. It's a great place to, like Connor said, dude, it was so awesome. It worked out perfectly. Go over there, man. Download that app. Roll Cougs, man. Talk about the Cougs, dude. Everybody's excited. They're in the Final Four, dude. I mean, it's
Cougs.
exciting, especially with the sports. The state of the sports in Houston is. I mean, do we need something to cheer about, man? And now we got a Final Four team. I picked them to go in the championship, or to get to the Final Four, but I think I chose Baylor. Yeah, on my thing. But because dude, I'm at Baylor. Holy mackerel. Anyway. Get on there, talk about Baylor. It's a great app. You can talk about all types of things there. And, of course, NCAA basketball will absolutely be there. And also, Connor, who else should we thank, sir?
The Pride of Sunnyside. High volume music
Oh,
radio.
yeah.
If it ain't high volume, it ain't loud enough. Can you hear me now,
There
Ryan?
you go. You did it right this time, my brother. So you can learn. See, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. You can learn. All right, man. So, Connor, now time for the parting shots. What's your parting shot, sir?
Stay water.
Oh, jeez. Boo. Boo.
Hey, until you get
Yeah.
more championships than me, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but Mel, so that's
no.
like if you were
You know what? No, for you, you want to hear my parting shots? 2 is more than 1.
Okay. See, I'm just saying that you sounded like if they sold a doll of you, like a pull string doll, and they pulled it back, it's a stay water. 2 is bigger than 1. That's what I'm saying, dude. That'd be your catchphrase.
Okay.
Anyway,
okay. Let me do my parting shots then. There's a snake in my boot.
That's more perfect. Thank you. Very apropos, sir. Very apropos. My party shot. Chill out on the drafts. Yeah, I know you want it. Yeah, I know we're all excited about free agency and stuff. Chill out. Just chill out. Wait until the actual NFL draft.
It's a
Then we'll
drug,
start talking.
man. Chill out on the drugs, man. Why are you doing drugs before the draft?
Dude, I felt it, man. I'm telling you, dude. When I was going through it, I felt the pull. I was like, I was like, no, not yet. I need to collect information still. I still need information, So that's what we're doing here.
Say it with me. Friends don't let friends do drafts before the draft.
2 drafts. No. Yeah, it'll be a different story in a month or 2, but right now, chill it. Yeah. All right. So, on behalf of Connor the Gut Marshall and me, your humble MC, Brian the Amugo Baldwin, we want to thank you for watching. And, of course, we hope that this year's a damn sight better than last year. And remember, everyone, in fantasy football as in life,
Don't just dream it, be it.
good enough. All right. See y'all next week. Champ show. Does that say no? Mine says 2020. Yeah, how about that?
Mama says 2020.